Hey, good morning guys, welcome to my channel, Zazo here, and we're going through some more Townhall 7 Titans raids today. A couple champs as well, but also some Titans. Basically any of the attacks will get you there. It's more about patience than it is about skills, although, I mean, there are certain ways to attack. You can't just spam everything down and expect you're going to do the same as somebody who's been using dragons for years. So there is a little bit to know about it, but basically as a Townhall 7, I mean, you're gonna get what you get. You're gonna get a base that you can either hit or that you can't, or you're gonna get one where you think, oh yeah, I think I can take this one, and you'll probably end up losing, but that happens. So just hang in there, be patient, keep hitting that next button, and sooner or later a really good base will pop up. And some of you have no idea what it is like to hit next a lot of times. I know you might think you do, but back in 2014, when I first set the 4K record for Townhall 7s, we're talking at times 2 to 3 million gold spent in one search. And I wouldn't come out of clouds. I always had that belief that if I came out of clouds, the very next base was going to be that base that I'd want, or that base that I could have hit. So I'd just stay in that cloud, stay in that language, keep hitting next, and sooner or later, a base would eventually come up that I would be able to hit. So sometimes, I mean, it takes a lot of patience. Nowadays, I should almost, like, I guarantee you should not spend 2 to 3 million as a Townhall 7 to find one raid. I think those days are long over. Since back in those days, of course, it was the snipes that you were looking for. And after Masters, I mean, it was mostly Townhall 10s. So you'd either find a week 9, a week 10 that you can try on. You might be able to get the snipe plus go for the 50%. We would do quite a bit. But as far as taking as long to find those bases nowadays, I don't find that happens. So just be patient, they'll pop up. Might take you, I mean, we've had sessions of 3, 4, 5, 6 hours plus 0, right? But that's way up there. That's, if you're Townhall 7 and you're in champs, you should be making 50 to 100 cup gains after your defense has been taken and you added up what your session and defense was worth. There's no reason to not make that gain. If you're down in gold or masters, you should be able to make a couple hundred in a session. Get in there and search. Don't talk. Don't be social. Don't be going into globals and yakking. Don't be sharing replays. Have your troops ready. Have your barracks ready. Have everything ready. Get in clouds and attack. Attack, attack, attack. Or at least hit next. And when you find a base, take that base, get out, set your barracks back up to build another army, and hit attack right away. Get back in clouds, get searching. Don't go to global and chat, or go in clan and chat. As soon as you start doing that, that starts taking time away from your session. Before you'll know it, you'll have been chatting for 20 minutes, half an hour sometimes, your army's ready, you weren't paying attention. You just missed a good opportunity to possibly find a large whale. I mean, there's also a good possibility that you wouldn't have found anything, but you don't know if you're not in clouds. Somebody that says I never find any bases and they're not in clouds that much, well, that's your own fault. That's like saying, oh, I never win the lottery. Do you buy a lottery ticket? Well, no. Well, then how do you expect to win or to find anything if you're never, taking that chance? So just remember that. I mean, you can't find anything if you're not in clouds. So the more time you're out of clouds, the less you're going to find. Get in clouds, stay in clouds. That's where you should be. As you get up higher and higher, eventually you'll hit 3600s. 3600s will open up a chat bar Just your regular chat bar where you can open it up. You can speak in global, you can speak in clan. You cannot donate, you cannot mute people or anything like that, or view bases. You can just talk. So at least it gives you that social aspect of it. It'll make your searching not as boring. You'll be able to chat and search at the same time. So that's why I say, if you're going to push and you truly mean to push, you're not going to be antisocial for long. Just early on in the push, once you in those early stages, you're going to be a little less social. Once you get up to that cloud chat, well, I mean, it does no harm to talk to people while you're searching. However, for some strange reason, and I don't know if other people find this, anybody with multi-devices, such as an Android and an iPad, I used to use my wife's iPad on my Zazo 2 account quite a bit, actually, and I stopped talking in clouds on it altogether, because on 3 different occasions, I basically had the clouds open up, and when the clouds opened, there was already a dragon deployed down heading for a wall, because I was chatting too late upon the clouds opening. Now that's never happened on my Androids. I can literally be typing still as the screen's opening and hit enter and think, oh boy, I'm taking a real big chance, and never have I seen the, a troop drop or you cannot deploy a troop here sign come up. But on the iPad, oh man. So you do have to be a little bit cautious when you're typing. Pay attention as the clouds are opening, stop typing. And I mean, if you're an adult, buy some gems. Don't be cheap. Support your game, and it'll help your pushing so much. Buy your shields when you can, stack them on top of each other. I mean, you're not talking very much. You're talking 10, 20 bucks a month, really all you have to spend to push an account, especially once you get it up there. In that early stage, I mean, I have, with a buddy, spent 50 bucks on an account in one day, on one session, on one push. And that was to get a Townhall 7 from Silver to Masters in one session. And in 6 days total, about $100 and some worth of gems, we got that from Silver to Titans 3. So that was kind of the goal. We were trying to see how fast we could get one up there. So I mean, you can spend some gems now, but we started spending less and less as we got higher and higher, of course, because our main cost, to be perfectly honest, when we were down so low, was to replace Elixir, because unless you're being selective, which is what you have to do, if you have no gems, you have to be selective on the bases that you're taking for how much Elixir they have. You want to make sure you're gaining back past what you've spent. So in this scenario, we weren't doing that. I was just taking every single base that popped up. Every one that I could take, boom, I took it. I'd come back, and my main cost of gems was actually the time on the CC. Even in a level 10 clan at the 10-minute timer, I was still coming back out sometimes with 7 minutes, 8 minutes left. So I'd have to gem that, get them troops, back in I'd go. I mean, so that you can do it. But if you have no gems and it is your first push and you're down low, you're in gold or wherever you are, remember when you get to Masters, you're going to get 1,000 gems. And when you get to Champs, you're going to get a couple thousand gems. You also have events to do now and clan games to grab some gems. So you can get a little bit of gems, but be smart about them. Try and get the potions that give your everything the gem boost. That'll help you out when you're in session. And grab the other gems. Maybe you could use them towards your shields, your 1 day or your 2 day. Some people don't think the shields are necessary, but if you think about it, they can make a great gain, especially if you're getting in that spot where you're near your personal goal where you might want to hit. You've done your session. Rather than take a defense, you put on a shield. Now, if you've got nothing to do that day, raid that shield down, go back in, find your bases, raid that shield down, and then you'll have a 6-hour session to do after you've done that. So now you've just tripled your gain. And at the end of that session, you should have your 2-day sitting over there. Wow. You can throw that on, maybe go to bed now and wake up the next day, raid that shield down, do another session, and then you can take a defense. Now, that's if you're in spots where you don't have the 1 week available, or if the 1 week's not available. Now, if the 1 week's available on top of that, So now you've just done all that. You've just done your 2-day, you've pulled that down, you've done another session. Now you throw on the 1-week shield. Now you can actually wait most of that week, maybe find a couple really good whales or something like that, but link it up to work with your 1-day and your 2-day again. And if you wait just right and just long enough, you'll see that you'll link back up. So then at the end of that week, you'll be able to do another session, you'll be able to throw on your 1-day, then you'll be able to do another session, then you'll be able to throw on your 2-day because it'll be back. Then you're done. Okay, finally now you're going to take defense. It's been, 6 full sessions plus 5 shield pull downs. You've made major gains, hundreds of cups. Now it's finally time to take that first defense, and now you're going to have 5 of those. Because, well, actually you might not again. That's right, because if you do it my way that I just said, where you end with that 2-day, you'll actually only end up with a couple days of defense, and then your 1-day will be back again. And then when you use that 1-day, now your 2-day has about 5 days left of cooldown, and your 1-day has just been engaged, so now it has 5 more days. So basically you're going to end up taking 4 or 5 defense finally in a row. That's going to happen. But you've made an incredible gain, and as long as you do sessions between those defenses, you'll keep gaining. Eventually you'll get to a point where it's going to start to get difficult. So that's really all I can say about that. Good luck, and if you get the required cups, feel free to come join Savage 7 if you're at Townhall 7, or feel free to come and visit. We accept everybody. Sometimes we don't accept you, but we won't reject you. That's one key thing. Anyways, I'm out of here for now, so I will see you guys later, maybe in the live stream. I don't know. I'm out. Peace.